Hey there, Blazers. This is Dylan Rankin with the BNC, and I'm here in our studio for the first time this year. Let's start with the back to school video by Aiden Bishop.
Spring break has finally come to an end, Blazers. On Monday, February 8th, the halls of GEHS ring with glee. Freshmen and new students have come to the high school to find their classes. Students were very excited about returning to the high school and seeing how their classes would play out. While we took a look at all the new students of GEHS, we wanted to see how the teachers were feeling about the return of school. Mr. Parker, a new teacher at Gardner Edgerton, told us how he was feeling.
How do you feel about kids coming back into school, Mr. Parker?
I'm really stoked. I think it's going to be great. I think I'm a better teacher in person than remotely. But it's about, making sure I haven't lost my teacher muscles, so to speak. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Do you have any fears about in-person learning?
Well, my biggest is that I don't recognize the kids without giant black screens in front of their faces. So, trying to decide, who somebody is just based on, their eyes is kind of crazy. So, yeah, I just want to make sure I can recognize people, call them by the right name, that kind of thing.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Cut. That's a wrap.
Mr. Cochran is an experienced teacher and he is pumped. But don't take it from me. Let's hear it from him.
Are you ready? You good? All right. How do you feel about kids coming into the school?
I am pumped. I am super excited. I really am. I have been teaching to a computer now for quite a few months, and I can't tell you how excited I am to have kids back.
Special thank you for the GEHS drumline and dance team for showing their school spirit and welcoming back the freshmen and new students back to Gardner Edgerton. Welcome back, Blazers. From the BNC, I'm Aiden Bishop.
The basketball Lady Blazers had their final home game this past Friday night against Olathe East. It was a disappointing loss because they were definitely the better team. The final score was 42-48. It was a quick turnaround with the makeup game on Saturday morning at Olathe West. The girls looked like a completely different team. They battled throughout and improved on several things. Final score was 33-49. The record for the Lady Blazers is now 8-11. If you have the girls in class, wish them luck. Now on to a highlight video on the girls basketball team by Gabe.
How do you think the tournament went?
I think it went really well. We all played really good and came out in first place.
The Trailblazer wrestlers took the mats at Sub-State, fighting for a chance to make the Final 8 in the state. In a typical year, 16 make the state tournament, so our qualifiers this season all qualified for the toughest state tournament bid to date. Friday night, the Lady Wrestlers continued their postseason run, qualifying all 5 wrestlers for the state tournament and took 3rd place as a team out or 24. What this small but mighty team has done is simply amazing. Now to a video on the state wrestlers send-off.
just stand with you today with great pride, Blazer pride, in all that you've done. You've worked through quarantines, you've worked through crazy courts, ghost courts, all of that, it's all part of the deal. We wanted to do a proper send-off to you because you deserve it. And I think we're going to move because it just celebrates that song.
The Blizzard bowling team took the lanes for the last time of the season and had a great night. Varsity boys got back on the track, winning the meet with a team score of 2,499. The varsity girls bowling team also took first. The JV boys bowling team also took first place. The Blizzard boys varsity basketball team last week had a busy week, going 2-1 with wins over Shawnee Mission West and 6th-ranked Olathe South. The guys having continued to play well together and after starting the year 0-6 are currently 6-10 overall. Now a spot on Chuck Berry for Black History Month.
I grew up thinking art was pictures until I got into music and found I was an artist and didn't paint. Chuck Berry was born on October 18, 1926 in St. Louis, Missouri. He was an African-American singer, songwriter, and guitarist. As young as age 6, he began to sing in his church choir. In his prestigious all-black high school, he sang in the talent show while accompanied by a guitarist. Fascinated, he soon studied the guitar under the famous jazz musician Ira Harris. In early 1955, he released his first song, Maybelline, and it was an instant success. Some of his later albums include After School Session and The Great 28. Chuck Berry died on March 18, 2017 in Wentzville, Missouri, and is widely considered the founding father of rock and roll. This is Max Spann with Blazer News Center. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Blazer News Center.
Now on to the joke of the week, brought to you by Becky Pott. Why was the mother firefly disappointed with her children? They weren't very bright. There will be a meeting for anyone interested in trying out for the boys' golf team. They will meet on February 25th at 3:15 in Tyler Court's Zoom room. A link to the Zoom will be sent by email. The deadline for submitting to the Trailblazer, GHS's very own literary journal, has been extended to March 12th. Join the Google Classroom for more information. The code is POEMFIG. That's all for Blazer News today. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Blazer News Center.